Hey you guys, and welcome back to Homemade by SIBO. As you guys have seen, we have dug our borehole finally. I have been talking about this for the longest time, um, and simply because we do have like big water problems in our area. If you do live in the Val Triangle, you would know what I'm talking about. But anyways, we got our borehole dug. It was an easy process, and luckily for us, we got water way too early. But we just dug a little deeper than the first or second, even second stream that we found. We dug a little bit deeper just to be safe. And yeah, I'm super excited, especially because since we have had the borehole water bill. If you have a garden as big as mine, especially when it comes to watering the vegetable garden, the lawn itself, the flowers from time to time, which are on sprinklers, and I just switch them on, whenever I feel the need to. But if you have things like that and you really are into gardening and use up a lot of water, your bill can be quite hectic. So for me right now, it's been quite an ease. And as you can see here, this is the aftermath, and we are cleaning up. And I had the kids and my garden help to come out on this particular day. It was actually the day after the borehole was dug, so we were cleaning out and spreading out all the sand that came out from the borehole deep. And then I was quoted for plumbing, but because the girl has already done plumbing before, as I did plumb for this this tank as well, I decided to rather get the fittings myself and do the plumbing myself, which actually did save us a lot of money. And yeah, so this is me now preparing for the um, plumbing of the borehole and the tank, because I did end up buying another tank, another 5,000 Jojo tank, and also got a pump for it. But you guys are yet to see all that. But in the meantime, to enjoy the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Would really appreciate that. Enjoy the video. it is time to put the tank down. I did make this slab a week prior to getting the tank, so now it was time to continue with the plumbing and now connect the pipe to the tank. So this is me here coming from my car. It is a Tuesday because I had to wait for the water to settle. The guys actually left on Friday and it's Tuesday today, so I had to get the setup of the tank situated. I waited the entire weekend to get the water to settle as advised by the guy that helped us drill our borehole. So yeah, this is me trying to situate the tank and start with the connections of the pipes.
Okay, switch on, pa. Woo-hoo-hoo! Got water. Woo! It's gonna come clean. That's okay. Got me water, baby. Okay. It still needs to settle by the looks of things. Luckily, I am in no rush. Okay, need to check my pipes. If I'm having any leaks, this one is good. What's up? Oh. Now I'm checking for leaks if I have any leaks. One. This one's also good. And that one is good too. Let's go to the back. Yeah. To check. There's no leak here. Woohoo! Let's check on the box. On the box. Woo, baby! No leaks, not even one. Yes. So I can continue. Please switch off the pump for me, honey. Oh, yes, there's the pump. Switch off my son. We don't have leaks, baby. Oh, what a relief. What a relief. Thank you, Mason. Oh my God, I'm so happy now. Okay, so now I'll just continue with finishing up here, but I think I'm not gonna record this part. But what I need to do, I already have a shuttle valve here that's gonna go into a tap. Or maybe the one thing that I'll record is when I put the tap here, but this is gonna be a completely different type of a DIY for the tap setup, because I do want a tap here that I can access. And oh yeah, I just got just a second. I just got more plumbing stuff. I had to go and get these two connectors for this shuttle valve, but that's for going into the water coming from the borehole going into the tank. So I'm gonna have a shuttle valve, this one, and then I've got the elbow for that, the bottom, and another elbow for here, and then I have a Connex elbow for my tap. It's gonna go in here, and then I'm gonna put one of those round pipes in between these two Connex fittings, and then it's gonna be my black pipe inside here, and yeah, that's gonna be that. But now I have to go. I need to take my kids for self-defense classes. Yeah, I'm good. Otherwise, other than that, I'll be done. Yeah, it's basically it. Hi guys, so I am done for today. This is where I'm stopping. Tomorrow I'm gonna pour concrete here. I've cut this pipe like so with the angle grinder, and I've also drilled some holes into the concrete all the way through the concrete, and then I hammered these droppers, which I'm gonna use for reinforcing my concrete. And because I don't really want the pipe is quite flimsy, so I just want it to be straight and steady. So I've drilled the droppers in and I've hammered them down, and then I've put the pipe here. Let me show you. I've put in the pipe in between these droppers here. I've put it in between the droppers just to secure the elbow, and then I'm gonna drop this down and open it here all so that it is all the way down there, and then I'm gonna pour concrete and fasten this, and possibly here on the seam I'm gonna be putting some tape so that my concrete doesn't, but I'm gonna make the concrete a little bit thick so that it doesn't run. So yeah, that's all. Okay, so that is all I have for today, and yeah, I'm just gonna continue tomorrow. And then for connecting these shuttle valves into this pipe that's feeding water into the tank from the borehole, I'm gonna put the shuttle valve very close to the elbow that's going up, and then I also want to put I forgot it. I'm gonna insert a picture here on the screen, and because I have one here for this tank, so I'm gonna put one for this one as well. But eventually, once we've tested the water, because we want to take sample water of the borehole to get tested for if it's fit for human consumption. Eventually, once everything has settled, we want to take it in so that we can connect both tanks to the tanks and just cut off our municipal water, because our bill is quite hectic since I have a garden, vegetable garden, plus my garden in front where I have my flowers and my orchard, so it gets quite hectic. So yeah, that is all. But once we've tested that, then that's when I'm only gonna catch that. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put the tape here, because as you can see, the elbow made it open up a little bit, and then all the way here, and I see my droppers, they are quite high enough, and I'm gonna leave the pipe uncut so that once this is set, most persons I'm gonna pour it on Tuesday. I think the mold I can take it out by Thursday. Yeah. Okay. Let me pack up here.
Good morning guys. So I am back here. I want to start quite early so that should I have other things to do. So yesterday, after going to take my kids to the gym, I had to get a 1.2 meter pipe of this one so that it can be connected to the elbow here, and I'm also going to be putting a shuttle valve for it as well, just like the smaller one. And once I've put in the shuttle valve, I'm going to have a small filter there to filtrate any particles like maybe loose sand or whatever going into the tank. I also have one this side on the municipal water, just to make sure that the water going into the tank is just water. I actually clean this on a regular basis, and I see here it's wet, meaning that I have a leak here. Yep, I've got a leak here on this, so I'm gonna have to replace that. I actually was just now cleaning the
backwashing this scent filter. This is a scent filter. I was backwashing that. And then here, what I did, you guys saw me when I cut this PVC pipe. I'm gonna use it as a mold for my tap, because this pipe is quite flimsy, and I've already had drilled some holes and put in these droppers to use them as my rebar. So I'm just gonna pour concrete on it, and then I have enough pipe on it left over just for, and the thing is actually maybe like somewhere here, the rebar. So and then I'm gonna just use tape, and so that it doesn't leak through, and get something to tie it so that it doesn't open up as I pour the concrete. And that's what I'm gonna be doing today, because I'm still waiting for the filter from Take A Lot, and I'm actually also waiting for 2 pumps. One pump is gonna be for this one, because that pump is leaking right now. My husband is gonna be disassembling it and possibly putting on a seal, because the leak is not too much, but it's bothering me. And the pump is still working, by the way. And then the other pump is gonna be for this tank. And the reason why we're doing that is because we just got the borehole, and the main goal is that we are gonna get the borehole water tested. We're gonna send it to a lab to get tested, and see if is it good enough and stuff like that for human consumption. And then once that has been cleared, then where usually borehole water is, but just for our own safety also, we are gonna be, once we've connected it on this pipe going into the filters, we're gonna take it to the filters first, to the full the scent filter, and then so that it can go into the 3-stage filter, meaning we're not gonna be needing another filter by the kitchen anymore. And then we're gonna be connecting the 2 tanks. So this one is gonna be possibly our, I don't know if it's gonna be our main one, and then this one just connect the 2 pipes here. Actually this pipe, get a T-piece for it to go and feed that one day, and that's just gonna be it. Yeah, that's gonna be it. So yeah guys, I'm gonna start now with this. Switch on, Yanda. Woohoo! Thank you, princess. Oh my god. Leave it on, I'll switch it up. Oh my god. Oh, it's more clear now. Okay, okay, okay. So the water is more settled now. Hi. Switch on.
Okay, so here I was done with everything. The tank was full. Unfortunately, I see that I was saying something here, but there was no audio for some reason. But I was done with the um, plumbing for the tank, and now it was time for me to install the new pumps, or rather the first pump one for the borehole water. And unfortunately I will not be sharing that with you guys because I do have a dedicated video to pump installation, and I will link that on the cards for you guys. So this is the pump that I chose. I actually bought two of these, and I took the other one back because my preference pumps were the Inco ones, and I went into my local Mica and found one of the Inco pumps. Um, so I decided to go with that, and then I got Take a Lot to take the other one back. So the pump is installed here, and I have my water running. This is the first test of the pump, you guys. I am so excited. Okay, so this is the setup for, or rather how it looks like afterwards. I didn't have the box fully under, and the main reason why is because I'm still leveling my yard, and I didn't want it to be completely buried because over the years, as I fill in this yard with topsoil, it's gonna be going up until when the whole yard is nice and level, and then most probably it's gonna be the box is gonna be on the same level as the grass, which is what I actually want. And then on this side, my husband did the electrical work, and this here is where the pump is. That's the pump box, the pump itself, and then the pump switch rather, sorry. And then here we have the CBI smart astute range controller, because it is Wi-Fi enabled. Okay, so our tanks have sensors that we installed on both of them for monitoring our water, if we have water and how much water we have. And then you guys saw the CDI box. So this one we are just using for switching on and off the borehole water. And that actually helps because even if I'm not home, I'm able to switch on and off the borehole pump and just monitoring through the Tuya app to see how much water I have on the tanks. Thank you for watching. I will see you on my next one. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.